All right, guys, welcome to the show. We are talking about running backs I love. I'm going to give you guys three. Two are obvious ones. One is a sleeper. Short episode, right to the point. We are in the off season, ramping up, but fantasy football is back. So technically there's no off season here, but I am talking here about running backs. I also will be doing live shows as well, so it's very important you guys turn on the bell. I'm going to try to do them at 9:30 Eastern time. Now, here in the offseason, I'm going to try to get as many in, but during the season, you can do 5 days a week, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Live shows right here, guys. We get to interact. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be huge. I don't think anyone's doing that. And also, I'm going to keep my regular shows as well with the sleepers, breakouts, top 10 lists, all that fun stuff. Players to avoid to be doing those episodes as well. And I got to learn to maybe have some water in the morning because it's a dry throat in the morning for sure because I do a lot of talking. All right. So 3 running backs I absolutely love, including 1 sleeper. Before I do, guys, smash that thumbs up, turn on bell, drop a running back you love below. Love to hear it, okay? Very important. Want to make this as interactive as possible. This is lion mentality, okay? And pre-order the 16-round draft session. I've linked it below. Use code SMASH to save. And upon checkout, secure the Fantasy Sports Summit ticket, which is a virtual online conference. It's going to have NFL players, a PS5 giveaway, mock drafts. I'm going to be there. Tim the Bald Guy is going to be there. Jib's going to be there. It's going to be amazing. Tajay Spears is already confirmed. He's going to be at the summit. All right? So let's do it, guys. Let's get into this. Now, in the news here, I always want to talk about news here. I don't know if you guys saw that Xavier Worthy broke the record, fastest dash time. The big question is, how is that going to translate to fantasy points? That's all I care about. And I'm sure that's all what you guys care about as well. But we saw it with John Ross ran a 4.22 years ago. It just never translated. So all these guys are doing well at Combine doesn't necessarily mean they're going to really excel in reality because it's all about the landing spot. And I give you a ton of examples about this. I remember Sony Michel. As soon as he landed on, he was a top prospect running back coming out of the draft. He ends up on the Patriots. I'm like, that guy's career's done. And sure enough, he did nothing under Bill Belichick. So it all depends on the landing spot, okay? And I understand, guys, just because they run a 4.21 doesn't mean they're going to be the best wide receiver in the league, but it does kind of put you on the radar for teams to potentially pick you guys up, and maybe you end up on a good team. So that's pretty much it for the news. Oh, also, I want to talk about this. I want to mention this. I didn't even know this, but Justin Jefferson has a brother, I think. How did I find this out? He DM'd me. Now, I ended up doing a post about Justin Jefferson. This is important, guys. I want to, not really important, but I want to make you guys aware of it. I ended up doing a post about Justin Jefferson where the news came out that he, wanted a paternity test. He wasn't paying for his baby mama's child, and I don't think he was really claiming that the child was his. So his brother ends up DMing me, and I'll put it up here on the screen because I want you guys to see it, and I'll show you my response here. He goes, the funny part is you want to use people's name for views and like. You are a peon and nobody respects you, blah, blah, blah. Get a life, because whatever you got going, whatever is going on this way is under control, you worthless piece of garbage. This is what he said to me. I don't know who this guy is. I didn't even know Justin Jefferson had a brother. And he's DMing me because I just broken some news about his brother, and I said it wasn't cool that he wasn't paying his, baby mama child support potential. This is what I heard. I'm just reporting the news, right? And I based my opinion. I said, that's not cool what Jefferson's doing. And I replied back, thanks, it's your opinion. Maybe go help with your bro's child support payments instead of DMing me. He goes, you don't have to worry about us. Go help your wife split your bills. You can't make much doing a podcast. I go, all good, man. I'm doing just fine. I'm like, all the best. And he's like, no, you don't all the best me. Put some respect on the name. And then I really ripped them in the comments. I said, I'm a man of God. I care about my women and children, right? My family. Based on that, I can't say the same for your brother based on what I heard, right? And I basically told him to get out of his brother's shadow, and I'd never heard of him prior to this DM. Anyway, apparently, again, Justin Jefferson has a brother, I think, Jordan Jefferson. I guess Jefferson can't speak for himself. It is what it is. Anyway, that's the news. So I like to go over the news prior to every show. All right, now let's talk here about these three running backs. Again, smash thumbs up, turn on the bell. We're gonna be doing lives 9:30 a.m. Eastern, and again, it's gonna be 5 days a week during the season. And turn on that bell and drop a name of a player you love. Okay, first one here, you guys know I'm gonna be talking about him in a lot of videos. Is Breece Hall? Okay, I don't want to spend too much time on this. It is early. It is off season. I'm just giving you some names that I absolutely love because the workhorse running back, I'm going to be doing a live on this today. The workhorse running back is going away. It's going the way of the dinosaur. There's only a handful of guys that are going to be workhorses. Breece the Beast is the one. Breece the Beast did great last year. Breece the Beast had no quarterback play. And there's a ton of upside here for Breece Hall, who is primed for a big season, who wasn't really going full force at the beginning of last season. It only gets better for Breece the Beast Hall. Love the upside. Love the talent. I think he's outstanding. And I think he's the only guy that I really absolutely love in round one. There's other guys, CMC, which I talk about a decline. Jahmyr Gibbs, which I love, but he'll be sharing a committee with Montgomery as of right now. At the time of this recording, we're early March. So as of right now, absolutely love Breece Hall. Love him, okay? Now, you heard me talk about Bijan. I love him, but I'm actually going to give you two sleepers. Bijan's another guy, so I'm going to give you a bonus one. So Bijan's the second guy. He's already come out and said he's going to have a 2,000-yard season. Love him as well. Two other guys that I absolutely love. Now, it's hard to say that I love them 100% right now because it is March. But if things go the way that they're supposed to go, meaning that, for them, meaning that these guys are going to be the workhorses on their team, look out. Here we go. It's going to be amazing. Okay. So again, Bijan is number two. And the reason I love Bijan, like I said, no Arthur Smith. He's going to be amazing. So again, in round one, him and Breece are kind of like the only real workhorse guys that are in for an amazing year. That's it. And you're saying, well, Joe, what about Christian McCaffrey? Why don't you love Christian McCaffrey? Well, again, 2 pinnacle years, not going to happen again. People are like, oh, well, it's going to happen. Dude's 28 is not going to happen. And I can go into all the reasons why I'm not drafting certain players, but that's a whole other video. So stick with me here, okay? So Bijan and Breece are two. I'm going to give you two guys, not even sleepers, but two guys that aren't as obvious for me. Kyren Williams. Now, listen, Kyren Williams, I think they're going to bring somebody else. I think they're going to draft somebody. That's the problem. But last year, 12 games, 228 attempts, 1,144 yards on the ground, 5 touchdowns, 48 targets, 32 receptions, and 3 receiving touchdowns. The guy only played 12 games, averaged 5 yards per carry, had a bunch of games where he absolutely crushed it. This guy was off everybody's radar. He was a 5th-round pick. Nobody was talking about him, and the guy absolutely tore it up. Now, the problem I have here is if they bring someone else, and the fact that he was a 5th-round pick, do they believe in him enough to make him the starter? That is my concern. But if it sits the way that it is as of right now, March, and there's no one else, there's no draft, they haven't brought anybody in, look out, Kyren Williams. Absolutely love the situation that it is, the way that it is now. Now, mind you, they still could make him a committee, He's still the starter. That would be great as well, okay? So love him. And the last guy here, okay? At the end of the day, it depends on the landing spot. I just heard he's going to make $10,000 a year. Is Saquon Barkley. Now, Saquon Barkley, now I'm not really, as I said, kind of sleepers. I mean, we can go deeper. I like Tajay Spears, other guys. So there you go, golden nugget. That's why you got to listen to the whole episode. Tajay Spears, like him, if the situation is ideal. So there's a bonus one. But Saquon Barkley, if he lands on the Texans or a team that's viable, look out, workhorse capable. And I want to implore you guys, when I say I love a running back, not necessarily I just love the running back, but it has to be the situation. The situation has to be primed. And these guys can and should be in prime positions. Breece for sure. Bijan pretty much for sure. Saquon depends on the team he lands, right? Tajay, which I mentioned as that sleeper I mentioned. Henry's got to go away, and they don't draft a guy with high draft capital and make Tajay the guy. Now he's more of a pass catching guy, they say, but I think he can carry the load, right? And then Saquon, again, depends on what team he lands, right? All of these guys and Kyren, again, if he doesn't end up in a committee, all these guys are in an amazing situation to succeed. They're young, they're dynamic, they've proven they've got upside. That is what I love about these guys. So it's not so much I just love the player, which again, the talent is there. It's more of the situation that they're in. it's very hard to say I love Rachaad White because Rachaad White, 3.6 yards per carry, is just a mediocre running back in a good situation who got a lot of volume last year. I don't love him. I don't think he's great. I don't think he's electric. I don't think he's outstanding. The other guys have that electricity, that upside, that exciting, great situation. That's what I love him. That's why Breece is in such a prime position. He's explosive. He's amazing. And he is the workhorse. That's why I love him pretty much more than anybody this fantasy football season. All right. So just a short video here. We're in the off season, just running back love. I give you pretty much more than that running backs. I gave you the sleeper Tajay. So who do we talk about? We talked about Breece Hall, Kyren Williams, love him. Byjan, Saquon, and Tajay. Gave you five running backs I absolutely love. But again, it is early. These guys might get a little messed up with a committee. But if not, amazing upside from these guys. All right? Subscribe, thumbs up, drop a name you love at the running back position, and secure the 16-round draft solution. Pre-order, use code SMASH to save. I appreciate you guys. Bye-bye.